Made it. Got
Good
it.
deal.
I want to be on film. This is a big deal.
There we go.
Oh,
Can I get?
My vertigo precludes me being on that ledge.
What's going on, Brian? Pretty cool. So what do you think?
It's amazing. It's different. I mean, so much is the same, but there's just little differences. Rio Grande's got a lot more water in it, probably because it's the fall instead of the
They had a really
spring. And then Dom Rock looks like it's changing too. It's starting to exfoliate a little bit. But it's wonderful being here with all the fans. It's truly amazing.
How's it feel being the last year doing this?
Kind of like the movie, kind of bittersweet.
Awesome.
Down prone, right where he was.
Brian. There we go. That's the shot. All right, I'm filming.
Okay, I'm David. I've got the privilege of seeing if there's anything buried under here. Oh, there's the sound. Get your cameras ready for Marvin, too.
Nice.
All right, you got it.
Wow. No
Yeah.
way, man. No way. Look at there, Fandango on the bottle.
Wait, hold that up. Hold that up. Nice. There we go. Beautiful.
This is a movie one? Oh, this is a movie one. Okay. Whatever. Yeah, there's two of them now. There you go.
There we go. All right, I'm rolling. All right.
Want me looking at camera?
Yep, looking at the camera.
Okay.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Woo! Wow.
Got it?
Excellent. All right, look at this camera. And I'm pulling out. That's what she said. One more. Always a that's what she said.
One time in Germany. Never mind.
Yeah. All right. Wow, that's amazing. That was
To commemorate the 40th anniversary, after digging up Dom, we're going to rebury Dom with one of these commemorative coins and a note explaining what this was all about and that this was the last one. So, burying Dom began.
The lid. Turn it over.
Oh, turn this over?
No. Just take it out. Take it out.
I don't think there's anything on the lid.
Oh no, the lid was already on. The lid was on there. Oh, right.
Yeah.
Take it out. Take it out.
I'm rolling.
So for the 40th anniversary, we are reburying Dom with a note and one of these commemorative coins celebrating the 40th and Ultimate Fandango celebration.
All right.
So for the next groovers that come along. All right, there you go. Dom is well and buried.
I always wondered why they brought Charlotte when they only had like an inch of dirt over it.
Start running.
Gotta run down there.
What he did in 83. And she's planted. For the next time.
All right.
Great.
Early into Mississippi. Forget which Moss Point. Moss Point, Mississippi. Then I
I'll never. The closest I got was right there at that bottom, and that was more than enough.
I think this is the closest I've been to it. Go, 1, 2, 3, Dom.
Dom!
There we go, 1, 2, 3, boom. 1, 2, 3, boom. I think it's,
I'll take some shots. Whoever wants to pose at the bottom.
oh, I know. 1, 2, 3, boom.
All right, fellas, look at me. Look at me. I'm filming, guys. So
All right.
say
We're
something.
at Dom, baby. We just dug up Dom's Fandango.
Doesn't get better than this,
Yes.
baby.
Oh my God, I'm scared.
Here's to us, by God.
Here's to us, by God! And then to the privileges of youth! And to what we were! And what will be! Woo!
Woo.
Line. Can't walk past me.
Forgot your line.
All right,
Wait for me.
I'm rolling.
All right.
What happened?
Take an over under how high the cork is going to go. Pitter patter when you got out there. I love it. I'm in for 8 feet. No kidding.
Those calves.
Well, if I can just man up and.
There you go.
Woo! It's the real deal, baby. We don't fool around. Here, get your cup up. I've got individual cups in the sack over here. If anybody wants to partake.
Whoops.
Getting out there?
Let me get that video after you can do that. There we go. There we go.
Yeah,
Heck
with this
yeah.
one, we might want to think about adding one actually. Yeah.
Great one.
It doesn't have to be the last one. I can pull in there
Rolling and do a cheers.
Cheers.
40
To the Ultimate Fandango, 40 years.
Ted Danson, Shelley Long.
Nice. All right, drink it up, boys. Great. Thank you. Too bad it's backwards. Killer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Simple. We gotta be back, heading out of here no later than 2:30. 2:30 out of here, heading back. Got it?
How you doing?
Good.
You get good pictures?
Oh yeah.
Well, there you go. Look at this. Look at that. What do you think that guy knew? What do you think that guy knew? He had no clue. He had no clue. 42 years later, I'd be standing right here with all you folks looking at me, looking at you. Who knew, right? So, Ken said for me to stand over here, and I got a bunch of cameras pointed at me, so who's got questions? And by the way, after this, we're going to go to the Granada, and some of the townsfolk are going to join us, and they're going to have questions. So if you have questions you want me to focus on right now, for you, you have to ask, because I can't read your mind. Despite popular opinion, I can't read your mind. So you have to ask.
Okay, I've got a question about the train scene
Okay?
and you throwing the wire then on the back of it.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so how much of that, I mean, because surely you didn't actually throw it on the back of it.
Surely I did.
Did you really?
Yes, and don't call me Shirley.
Okay, and then that was actually attached to the car?
Yes.
The same all one piece, and then they just stripped it off and pulled it, huh?
Yeah, but they cinched it a little bit tighter when they drove off with it.
Okay.
Okay.
How many times did it take you? Until
4.
You got it? Okay, that's not bad.
All right, here we go. Tonight when you're watching the movie, I'm going to give you some spoilers, okay? When I bend down to pull the cable out from the little barrier, if you look at my hand, there's a Band-Aid around this finger. And we have what's called Mother's Earth. Mother's Earth is sterile dirt. They used to put dirt. So all the ketchup stains and everything on me, that was actually sterile. Weird. And so when I grab it, the camera's looking under my hand, you'll see the Band-Aid. That's because the cable was frayed. And when I went to tie the knot in the cable, I jammed my finger on that thing several times and had holes, bleeding blood for the whole world to see. So they put a Band-Aid on it, and that's when I popped it out. So that's one thing.
Was that cable thing made just for the movie? Because it came out so easy.
You think that was easy?
I mean, when the cable ripped the wood off from the ground.
Okay, number one, that was attached.
So
Okay?
it was actually there.
It was there. Now, what happened was they cut the hole a little big, and they put a shim of wood in there so it would stick. And it had to look like I didn't just twitch my nose and it fell out. I had to look like it was doing something. Now here is where I almost killed Kevin Costner. Ah, you listening now, huh? Yeah. All right. When we had the length of cable, it went about 10 feet, and there was a joint where it combined 2 pieces of cable together. And when I pulled really hard, and the joint separated. And so this big heavy piece of galvanized steel was on the end. It was like a whip. And I pulled it like that, and I realized it'd come loose, and it was heading right for Kevin's face. And I raised my hand at the last second and went up over his head. But if I'd have hit him with that piece of metal going that fast, I'd have hurt him bad if not killed him. Just saying. So, and he never thanked me for that. I got to call him. He never thanked me. So now the other thing, I'm giving you a spoiler alert. When Kevin Costner jumps on the car and looks down the train track, if you look at the train track very close in the mid-ground, you'll see a coyote jump out from under the track and onto in front of the grass. So just for a split second, the coyote jumps out. It's very plain to see. So when y'all watch the movie tonight, you'll be looking for that, okay? All right. What else?
Did you ever invite him to come to one of these events?
I did. He said he didn't want to see y'all. He didn't like y'all. Okay. Now, first of all, I've been Kevin's friend for 42 years. Okay? Have his cell phone number in my phone. That's how close we are. I want you to think about what it would be like if we announced Kevin Costner would be here right now. What would you think that would look like?
Surprised, Chuck, because I wouldn't have told anybody.
I'm just saying it would have been a zoo. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we refrain from doing that. Bring him. Bring him.
We unveil something over here for you.
How about if I say I'll call his phone and it rings from behind here. I'll be impressed. But, look, I love standing here talking to you, and I'm going to answer every one of your questions. But I'm feeling really weird because I'm looking out here and I'm seeing Brian right here, who should be up here. I'm seeing Marvin back there, who should be up here. Is Robin here? Is Robin here? No, but you were in this movie.
I don't think Robin's here, right?
Okay, so everybody who should be up here is up here then.
I run the official Robin page, so I'll answer all Robin's questions.
Yes. Yes.
Brian, where were you in this scene?
And this, I was going to ask him to find out, because I don't know, because I'm not, you don't see my butt.
Wait a minute, is this you?
No, that's Phil.
Is that Phil or is that
Phil.
is that Wagner?
No, Wagner's on the front.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's Wagner right there. So that is Phil.
That might be me there. I can't really tell.
I think you were tied to the steering wheel. You were tied to the steering wheel.
Not in this scene. Yeah, you may be right.
Oh,
You may
no,
be right.
I'm tied to the steering wheel when they're pushing just before the train wreck, and then after the train.
Yeah, that's true.
train
Because
thing, Kevin's jumping into the car.
yeah, because
and-
Phil had a beer.
Yeah.
He was because his Cadillac just got towed up. I think. Okay. Well, there's a great line in the movie says it don't all change, but this place sure did. I remember when we shot here, it was more of a functional looking gas station. Right over there, where those where those big old plywood pieces are, was the sign that says Shiner Bach. And the car came in here and parked right over there. But right here, whoa, careful, Kathy. Hey, Ken.
I want to get you up over here by the banner here in just a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'm just showing these guys something, and now I'm gonna stay right over there. Great looking banner, by the way.
It's over there hanging
Yeah.
up over there.
I see it. Awesome. Love this, whatever that is. So, what's up? So, it was right here when we were shooting the car, and up here, right above Todd's head here, when I jumped up on here to get in front of the car, is where I cracked my head on this piece of angle iron right here. And when I hit that, it went boom, it shook the whole thing. And I started seeing double. And the next day, we were shooting in the desert, and my head was hurting, and they made me get into an ambulance, and they took me to El Paso to the hospital, where I spent the night in a hospital room with a concussion protocol. So every 30 minutes they woke me up, which was aggravating. But this is my buddy right here. Of course, this is where they had the pumps, right here and right there, and the picture of James Dean, right there. And this is also where I met Pepe Serna. We had lunch together the day before, and I looked at him and I was like, that's a movie star, man. That's a movie star, because he had just done The Jerk. He played Mrs. Nussbaum in The Jerk. And so I was like, I was starstruck. I was in a movie with Kevin Costner and Judd Nelson, but I was starstruck over Pepe Serna. So I'm going to walk over here right now because some people want to ask me some questions. So we're going to do that. All right. And pan over here and take a look at these beautiful people. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. They're taking pictures of you, taking pictures of them. I'm in the Twilight Zone. Okay. So I'm going to step over here and I'm going to answer some questions.
Chuck, can you tell us about whether you got to be in the scene with your mother or if it was someone else's?
Sure, yeah, come on over here. Let's talk. Let's have that conversation. Come on over here. Reese, I'm coming right over there, buddy. Did I?
It's 07. I'm not doing math on my vacation, so.
Okay, we're rolling here, guys. Okay. Okay, first thing, turn around. Turn around, look at that vista. Is that beautiful?
It's beautiful.
Oh, that's beautiful.
The cemetery's right there. I have actually performed first weddings here, and I'm used to being able to see that beautiful thing behind it. And that's what he's going to have behind you when he takes video.
Love it.
That's awesome.
Okay. We're rolling. As usual, we begin this with Dearly Beloved and my dear friends. We are gathered here for the purpose of renewing vows. Vows that you've taken but once before, sometimes more than once before, and that's fine, but we're here under such a beautiful sky in the presence of Marvin McIntyre and Lynn, camera folks, for the purpose of renewing a vow that you've already made. And I want to urge you that this is in fact a solemn occasion. It's a real occasion, as I am ordained, hopefully, I would believe, by God for this very purpose, to marry and bury and everything between. So I'm very glad that you're here. And I'm very glad you're part of the last set of Fandango renewals that we're ever going to do. That's amazing. It's just an amazing thing. So, as I kind of look back on things and look to what's important. In the Old Testament, the Bible says, for this reason, a man shall leave his mother and father and cleave to his wife. Very, very important. Cleave has two words, two different meanings, I should say. You can cleave a piece of meat into pieces, which and the term used in God's word is cleave, as in hold on to each other with a firm grip. And that is my encouragement to you today. You guys have been married a long time. I don't have to tell you this, but you know that a time of angst or division is going to come. We're going to have arguments, we're going to have disagreements, and I just want to encourage you before these people and before God that when that day comes, that you remember being here right now. And you say, you know what? I stood in front of Chuck. I stood under God's blue sky, and I said I was doing this. And so I'm going to find a way to move back to my spouse, not away from my spouse. I'm going to cleave in this direction and grip onto them and hold them. And whatever it takes, we're going to make it right. Because that's what we do. That's what marriage is all about. We will not look elsewhere. We will not look for an excuse to look elsewhere, but we will look internally. Yeah? So that's what I want to encourage you today. And would you please signify that you agree with that by just saying yes, Chuck?
Yes, Chuck.
Outstanding. Fantastic. Well, what I want you to do is, ladies, gentlemen, I want you to look at the rings that you currently have from your spouse.
Look at the rings you currently have on your spouse.
All right? There's a very big reason why that ring is going on your ring finger, because the ring finger is, especially on your right hand, is most directly connected to your heart, arterially. The blood flow more directly goes from your ring finger to your heart and back to your hand. Right? And for me, I personally like that to signify the fact that you pledge by your own blood that you will stay and adhere to each other and hold on to each other. And if you believe that with me, just say yes, Chuck.
Yes, Chuck.
Outstanding. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just do a little quick vow renewal here. And I'm not going to say each individual name, but I would prefer that you guys look at each other's spouses, look directly at them.
Hi.
And just repeat directly after me, husbands and wives at the same time, so we can do this in an orderly manner. I state your name.
I, Michael Torres.
Take you, state her name or his name.
Take you, Denise Torres.
To continuously be.
To continuously be.
My lawfully wedded.
My lawfully wedded. Spouse.
Wife, husband, say it out loud.
Say it out loud.
Spouse.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day
From
forward.
this day
From
forward.
this day forward.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness
sickness
and
and
health.
health.
In plenty and in want.
In plenty
Plenty
and
and in
want.
And in want.
May God deal with me ever so severely.
May God deal with me ever so severely.
If anything but death separates me from you.
If anything but death separates me from you.
Great. Face me again, please. Having exchanged vows before witnesses and before God Almighty, then I will continue and say, stay husband and wife, be renewed. Remember why you fell in love with the other one. Call that to mind constantly. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, Chuck.
Outstanding. You may kiss your significant other.
I love you.
I love you.
Thank you.
There we go.
Thanks, Chuck.
You are where you're
Thank you.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
No, I don't know when you want to get.
You're planning on removing this? If I lay up there, that's where I was in the movie.
And the floorboard.
This is a different back
It's
window.
very,
Soft.
it's fuzzy. I mean, it's already ruined.
It's already ruined. That one you want in.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah. That's beautiful, man.
I told Ken, me and Chuck been looking for one for how many years?
Oh.
And this, he took the poster in to put it in a store. And the guy said, oh, I know, see that catalog on the wall? I just saw one last week. He said, you saw the blue 59 catalog? He said, yeah. He said, why didn't I know about this car? I think Ken's got it bought.
You think Ken what?
Ken's trying to buy it.
He didn't do himself any favors putting that out here, because that guy like now is like, this thing worth some money.
That's exactly right. That's why we stressed over and over and over, this is not the real car. They thought it was at first.
Yeah, no, I could tell it didn't. But it, man, it's so close.
Oh, well, me and you would have given our eye teeth to get this when we were looking.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah.
It's different, all right.
Chuck, I say one delayed scene that you're with the bikers,
Uh-huh.
and Garner said, "Open the door, open," and you were still reading a book, and you remember.
Oh,
that.
I remember.
But what's
Kevin
the
Reynolds
like?
said,
It's not the
Chuck
picture.
Bush, you are the biggest ham I have ever seen. I'm like, thanks.
And Garner
break
the window with the because it come the bikers.
Phil had to dive in the window, yeah.
Zizo, the biker was named Zizo.
Yeah, Diesel. What time is the wedding?
Time's the wedding. Go ahead.
There were 2 cars in the movie, right?
4.
4. What was the fate of them? Do we know?
No, that's what we're
The fate of them, they were brought back and just sold off as props once the movie was released.
I looked through Warner Brothers, old sales, old prop sales.
But what happens?
Everywhere.
What happens typically is it's called a hero prop because it's predominant in the movie. And once the movie comes out and is done, they sell off all the hero props.
Before.
They offered to actually sell me one for like $4,500, or maybe it was $3,500. I can't remember.
Okay.
Details, right?
This thing's not been wrecked. Nobody
No.
restores those bumpers.
No.
The
It's a thing of beauty.
front and rear bumpers would probably cost you $10,000 minimum. Minimum.
The car, you're talking to him.
Ken has spent all week securing just to get this here today.
Wow.
And the owner, somewhere here.
Right here.
There's the owner.
I don't think you could find that.
And,
Thank you.
last week it was an $8,000 car. If it had been the real one, you could have made $250,000.
Yeah, Ken called me up last night because he knew I just bought it from down the road. He called me up last night and said, "Would you mind letting us put it out here today?" Which I thought was awesome. Called my tow truck guy and he brought it on down here. So.
Nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
That's what's really amazing.
It's been rusting in a field since the mid-90s.
I want to get this thing out on the road so I can go back to the thing and ride it like a sunlight.
No, I don't think I'll fit.
In the driver's seat?
Not like this, I won't.
Get your cameras ready.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Pepe Serna.
Yes.
The movie star.
He's really terrific.
Yeah.
And he's actually older than I am.
He was in The Jerk.
Yeah, that's when we had lunch the day we shot that scene, and I just remember looking at him going, he's a movie star. Yeah. He's a because he played Mrs. Newsbaum in The Jerk.
Right.
That's Mr. Newsbaum.
Put it on the card.
Put it on his card. That's Mr. Newsbaum. So he played Mr. Newsbaum.
Oh, voucher. Where he
Right.
says we gotta have a voucher or something.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
You want to film this?
Yeah, sure.
Oh.
What is that?
Tom over here.
Surprise Kennedy
God.
worked on.
Ready? Yes, I'm ready. Todd, you ready?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Same color. Could be the same one.
Can you still do it?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? We can fit a small family in that back there.
Yeah, Brian, can you fit back there?
What a view! Man, that is a thing of beauty. You hear me?
pizzas I have to sell?
That is a thing of beauty.
How long have we been looking, Chuck?
Where did you find it?
3 days ago.
Okay, first things first. The license plate's wrong.
I know. Let Ken tell. This is a great story.
Come here, Ken. Come tell the story.
Come on over here. Come on, Ken, come here. Come here. Come on over here where they can hear you.
Man, look at that thing. Wow.
Bakersfield, less than a quarter of a mile from here.
What?
All that time. And Jeff, several of us have looked all over the state, all over California trying to find this car. Now this is not the original car. Two ways you can see. Everything else is identical.
Wow.
The original car was a DeVille.
Yes.
It had the slope roof on it. It was four-door hardtop just like this. But this being the Fleetwood, it's got the square back window.
Wow.
Other than that, everything else is the same. Paint out.
I don't think it had the radar detector.
Yeah. Well, that and the dash is all wrong because it's not covered with funky stuff by the vehicle people.
go.
Yeah, really.
You know, back in the 80s, 22 years old. It's like, how did I not know about
I was
this
22
movie?
years old when I made this movie.
Is that what you were?
Yeah.
It's like, how did I not ever hear about this movie? It's a great movie. It's a
Thank
road
you.
Trip, bunch of guys, perfect.
Right. Yeah. It just connected with so many people. It's crazy. You know, I didn't say. Of course, I had never made a movie before, so I didn't know what to expect.
Yeah.
But no, this is great.
But then I did a deep dive in the movie and found out it was filmed here, and that there used to be a car wash here, and that the cemetery is supposed to be here. But I said that's not our cemetery. It's Martha's cemetery.
Right,
We figured
right.
out all that different stuff. So.
Right. And I'll tell you, but see the tree right down there?
Yeah.
The wind was blowing so hard the day we shot. That tree was like moving in the wind. And when they push it in, you get the shot. But when we were back there washing each other off, it was so cold. They literally stood right off the frame with furniture pads. We shot the scene and then we went, ah! And then we ran off and they put the furniture pads around us because we were like seriously shaking. And once we stopped shaking, okay, let's do take two. Okay, what are we doing different this time? Help. But we did. So we made it, yeah. So, Brian, have you met Mark?
No. How you doing?
It's Mark.
Brian. Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Yeah, he spent more time in the car than most of us.
It's definitely smaller than the because it was much easier to get into the other one.
Yeah, you could land an aircraft in the back dash of the other one.
Yeah.
It was huge.
Yeah.
And so he spent enough time with his face pressed up against that glass to know. So, all right.
Yeah, he just called me up last night, and since I'm a fan of the movie, although I'm not a geek of the movie,
Right.
but I'm a fan of the movie.
Well, look, man, we're just happy to have
Yeah.
you as a fan. Appreciate it.
Where do you live at now?
Houston.
Okay, so you're...
Yeah, Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Yeah, okay.
Some people were asking if you really carried me.
No, I didn't ever carry you. Especially when I sat you up at when we recognized that his parachute was dirty clothes.
Yeah.
I remember that, picking you up and.
I remember you picking me up at the frat scene.
Yes, yeah.
Where you went like that, threw me up in the air and caught me, and then walked out.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was 135 pounds, but this man was a giant.
I was impressed how you did that little acrobat move over and that cable went underneath you, because it looked
Yeah.
like you weren't looking at it.
I was supposed to look like I wasn't looking at it. I was looking straight ahead with my eyes straight down my nose going, 1, 2, 3, jump now.
Yeah, because I was watching that last night again because I had to. I was going, man, that's pretty good actually.
Very cool. Very cool. Todd would like us in a shot.
Yeah, where?
With the car.
He's right over there in the white shirt.
What is this?
Oh, wire connector.
Oh yeah.
Tear all the rotten stuff out of the interior, put a
Yeah, where's the owner? Have you met the owner?
Action. That's great. One more in, and I'm rolling.
Look above his head, y'all.
Oh, we're not supposed to be looking in camera?
No, look over his head.
Okay.
This is good. This is good. That's better.
And on there. But if you notice, when we see the train coming and Judd says we can't take his car, he slams the ice chest down.
He slams what down?
He slams that ice chest down on top of the car. You're not taking my car, I know you. Right? He slams it down. He broke 4 of them. Like, I'm sitting in the back seat, and all of a sudden it's like, bam, and water comes running down under the windows. Like, jeez, But yeah, no, there was no trick to it. There was no trick, just stuff.
It's not going to happen as a basic answer, but I'll equivocate and say unknown at the moment.
Actually, I got this from Chuck a long time ago, and I think Mark Gilsley, who was Kevin's assistant, and there will not be a Fandango 2. The whole idea was that you can't go back.
However, when I was in high school, this is the honest truth. In 1966, the little clique that I was in put on a musical show because we were trying to establish a rock and roll band. Not that we were in, but some other people were in. And we put on a show called Fandango. So if we can dig up the movies my friend shot of that, then possibly we'll release that as a sequel. Next. Yes, in the back. Can't hear you.
Is this movie trivia about Fandango?
Yes. It was scripted, but it wasn't a dictated performance. The long story of it is, Kevin wrote a speech. I added a bunch of stuff to it from some pamphlets that I'd read on parachuting, mostly just parachuting nomenclature. He took that and shortened it into the speech that's there, which I then learned. And before we shot, I asked him, how specific do you want this? And he said, just have fun. And that's what I did. The drawing was totally ad lib. We never rehearsed it. We never tried the drawing. We never tried the lines. We just did it. And the biggest surprise to me in the whole thing is that the drawing seems to make sense until it's over and you go, what? So I hope that answers. Thank you. After the question, you're going to take all that back. Is anyone driving back to Austin either tomorrow night or Sunday morning after, or even before breakfast, or Sunday? I need to ride back to Austin. If anybody is, let me know, and that's my question.
Rolling, look at me, this camera right here, and action. Beautiful, and we just about ran out of battery.
Great.
Let me get one shot. Let me get one still shot. You get in there too.
Todd.
Todd, get in there too.
Where?
Right there.
Right there. Not bad.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Go off to the theater.
Pain in the butt, I know, but thank you. Thanks, guys.
A friend of mine just told me you're a chiropractor.
Yes.
Yeah, you're retiring or still working?
I'm still working. Hope to do it for
Working for them weekends.
4 years. I retired from medicine last year.
Oh, did
That's
you?
why I can do things like this now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Great.
So that's great because you always kind of wonder, where'd you
Ken?
go
I
with
get my
that, so
suit.
that's cool.
Do you know the person that's going to be renting this out or bought it or what?
Yeah, they bought it. They're
What
going
do
to
you
make it
think?
into.
Thank you.
It's a
Thank you for
construction
arranging
company.
this.
They're going to make it into their office.
That's as close as we can make it like the old gas station.
I think so, but I can't tell you how expensive that's going to be.
Yeah.
They've been working on it now for probably.
3 of you do, okay? Do you like Fandango? Well, we put together a little Jeopardy version of Fandango trivia. So it's going to play just like Jeopardy. Whatever table you're at, that's your team. Okay? No cheating, no cell phones. I don't know if you can find the answers anyways. Now listen, if you've been paying attention, there have been no less than 4 answers to these questions given today by these guys up here. So I hope you're paying attention. We're going to go through it just like Jeopardy. You write your answers down on the square that corresponds with the square up here, okay? There will be no shouting out or anything. You're just all answering every question. There was.
And that can make a car, you'll see this in Westerns all the time. And it looks really fake nowadays because everybody's so much more sophisticated. But that's how simple it can be to make it look like it's going 35 when they're shooting at that. It's going to look like 70. But I don't think they did that. Go ahead.
And just to add a little bit to that, there was 2 crew members in the back of that, where the dolly or whatever, no, the insert car is what you call it. They were in the back just in case he fell. They were going to reach out and grab him. But I mean,
at least try.
At least try. The safety of the movie wasn't, you know, you wouldn't, like when Kevin's jumping over on the rock, there was no nets below him. It was really him, and he was using his cowboy boots, so those could be kind of slick. No. I'll let you do that. I'm sorry. I'm not sure what you're talking.
Just so you know, I mean, it's amazing to see, especially if you've been out there and you've seen The Rock at Down Rock, to watch Kevin just go out and do it, and you say, okay, they lucked out, they said print, and they went home. Did it 4 times. One of those times he tripped on a cable, and that wasn't the last time. They didn't say, no, let's go home. They did one, it's really maybe the most impressive thing he does in the movie, and he does some pretty impressive stuff. And that, when you know about it and you look at it, and you go out there and you see that rock, and getting out to that rock, which I spent a good 40 minutes this afternoon going out and coming back. It's really amazing. After I saw the movie and I went, okay, it looks, if he makes it look that easy, it can't be that hard. And then after the first time I went out to Dom Rock, forget about it. My admiration for him went poof like that.
And you do it every time we're here.
Well, and slower each time. And sitting down now.
Yeah. One thing that happened on the set that day was we had an outstanding sound recordist. And he would put mics on all this so we get all the sound. Richard, yeah.
Richard Green.
Richard Green. They used to call him Mr. Recordo. Right? It was cooler back in the 80s, shut up. So he would lay out microphones around the set so we would have good ambient sound of what was happening. And so he laid the microphone cable across Kevin's path that ran out there. So it was a rehearsal time. He ran out and got his foot caught on that and kind of stumbled. And if he wouldn't have recovered, he'd have gone off the side of the hill. In fact, we asked the crew to do a reverse angle of him running out there, and they refused. We were going to build him a scaffolding and all that safety stuff, and they were like, yeah, no, not going to do it. But every time Kevin and I get together, we talk about that. And he talks about the fact that he had to use his arm to throw it and not to sort of throw his whole body into it because he'd have thrown himself right off the cliff. So he had to use his arm only. And the glass sound you hear breaking at the bottom was really the glass breaking at the bottom. Richard was fantastic at getting ambient sound. So that was real.
Go ahead, Brian.
All right. So, I'm Ryan.
All right.
Ryan.
This is Kate Bush. So anyway,
my daughter. That's my other
so
daughter.
for Chuck, so there's this spot where they have the camera right here, and your gut's right here, and then the people in the car right here.
Yes.
So was that stunt cut, or was that you?
Actually, funny you should ask that.
What's the weirdest question?
Number one, to answer your question, that was really my gut. And in 2007, when we did the first original Fandango, there was a contingent of young ladies at Santa Lazario that were like screaming, "Show us the tummy!" Okay.
At that time, they were talking to me.
But they're asking. All right, no, but seriously. Number two, when you're talking about a stunt gut, there actually was a stunt butt. No, I'm serious. I had the article. Real deal. When I was filming, we were shooting at the gas station. There was a cross member that was an L bracket across the two posts, and I tried to jump into a shot, didn't watch over my head, and I cracked my head on the top of that, and it was bothering me for a couple of days. So they took me with our craft services gal to the hospital in El Paso because I had to go through concussion protocol. And so, which is a lot of fun. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, they're waking me up every 30 minutes to make sure I'm still alive. I kind of wish I wasn't. But, so what they did was, we have insurance on the shoot, and so while I was out in the hospital, they shot that scene, which was basically a second unit scene, and so they made money on the insurance play, and they still made that shot, so it was kind of a 2-for-1 deal. But that's a true story. I had a stunt butt. In fact, the next day in the newspaper, there was a whole story about my stunt butt. And if you don't believe me, when this is over, I'll show you. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that's a true story. True story.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Ken. Sir. Well, it's a two-part answer. What I was given was a bowl of oatmeal, of which I did indeed eat a lot. However, it was very windy. Chuck has commented on this in the little blurb he did on the online thing. It was very windy and there was a lot of sand and everything else. So I was eating, it's like if I had taken brown sugar and put it on there and not put any liquid in it, I was just eating crystallized brown. But it was crunchy oatmeal because it was sandy oatmeal. And what do you do?
Right? The show must go on.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you guys, I met Marvin shortly before we shot that scene, didn't know who he was. Saw him out there on set, watched him eat this bowl full of what I could only describe as gruel, and full of sand, polished his teeth whiter than white. But it was all over him. He never flinched, he never complained, and from then on, he was my hero, because he did a great job. So.
Oh. This is the way Jeff chooses to embarrass me. But only in public, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, right.
As many of you, if not all of you know, we shot a student film at USC, which is basically the parachute school sequence. And I don't smoke tobacco and I don't smoke drugs. I didn't then, don't now. And so they made cigarettes for me for proof, that was what student film was called. They used to make them from lettuce, and they browned the lettuce, and they crunched it up, and you could smoke it, and it was no big deal. On this, they decided to do me a favor and give me spice cigarettes, which is something you can actually buy, as I understand it. Clove cigarettes, is that it? No. Yeah. But they take them out and they put them in and they make it look like a joint. And that's what I was smoking. And it's very, very hot in a virgin throat. I don't know what it's like for somebody that actually smoked and all that stuff. But it was very, very hot. And the scene where you see me go, that's what happened. And I can't tell you how many people I've talked to who do have a history of drug use, who told me, no, people do that all the time. That was great. We thought you did that on purpose. I said, well, of course I do.
David, can you stop him and have him get some water? I'm sorry.
No, they do the questions, we do the
Yes,
answers.
yes. I just don't want to miss them.
Anybody? Go ahead.
With regard to the flight scene, when you're in the plane and you're appearing to fly, I know that there's probably a stunt pilot working the foot pedals.
Not at all.
Not at all?
No, anything you see of me in the movie, anything you see of me flying in the air was shot on the ground. And anything you see of the plane flying in the air, I was nowhere near it. We did go up, and Randy DeLuca was the stunt coordinator and the stunt pilot at that time in the film. And he would set the thing, and he would go back, because it was just flying was all it was. And he just said, just don't do anything stupid. And I said, trust me, anything I do is going to be stupid. And it was just a matter, but anything they shot while I was actually flying in the air was not used in the film. So anything you see in the film of flying, Randy's flying the film. Flying the plane, he's not actually flying the film.
We got it.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Who's back there?
Really shot at night, got up at 6 to go out there, and then I wasn't expecting any questions. I'm so sorry. Let me think a second. Yes, it was real bottle rockets and real firecrackers. I was given my lines. I was given the Coke bottle with the plate on it and told to do a couple of practice shots with my lines. Shot them all into the crew with the camera. So we had people ducking, and it was a mess. Thank you very much. I was so thirsty. And Elizabeth Daly was very, very nervous about it. I mean, she was fine with being everything else, but the firecrackers were not on her table. So the very first scene where you see us running and spreading out, that was all she did. That's it. I got burnt on the foot with a bottle, not a bottle rocket, but a Roman candle. Kevin shot it right at my foot accidentally. The hosiery melted to my feet. But it was 33 degrees, so nobody cared. But yeah, they were all real firecrackers. I was really in the tree the whole night.
Not only were they real fireworks, but we actually had the pyrotechnics crew from Apocalypse Now. Now you can laugh, but that's the truth. All the fireworks, all the pyrotechnics that were done in the background when Gardner and Wagner fall, the big explosions, that was all from fine folks from Apocalypse Now. What they did was they gave us PVC pipe. They wrapped the Roman candles in PVC pipe, and we put those in our hand and shot those, so there would be no major problems. But the crew would take a couple in their hands and fire them off, and one crew member literally had the Roman candle go between the two candles and explode in his hand and shredded the palm of his hand. It was a very, very much a video or film for public safety when dealing with fireworks, because it was bad. But we were very protected. In fact, tonight, if you look at it, you'll be able to see some of the PVC pipe in our hands. So, good question.
You said 33 degrees. What months for the filming? What months were some of the scenes?
March and April, and it was 135 in the afternoon, and then 33 at night. Hal could verify that, yeah. If you look in the scene where I'm running across with the pigtails, you'll see me in a little fez, because I had a hat on, a coat, sneakers, and socks, but I was in the dark.
Who's up? Carol.
So what was your relationship with Elizabeth? How was it?
She was awesome. We met immediately on set in her hotel room, and the first thing she said was, "I want your opinion on this song." And she popped in a cassette tape of a demo of a song that she sang, and it was brilliant, but it sounded a lot like another cute blonde named Madonna. And she was getting this from her publicist as well, and her agents. But she really wanted to go somewhere with that. She was nurturing, caring, She knew I was just a punk theater kid from a small town, and she couldn't have been a better mentor. She was fabulous.
I have one
And
here for
just
Brian.
let me add one quick thing, and then I'll give it to Brian. Just so you know, EJ, as she now calls herself, is one of the. Is it EG? EG? Okay. Is one of the busiest voice actors in town in Los Angeles.
One for Brian. You tried to get back in the back seat today, and it was moldy and difficult to get in there. But even in the slightly bigger car and the other back seat, it must have eventually hurt your back to be curled up there. And I do wonder whether that might have inspired you to become a chiropractor. Really backed up at the end of this, or?
No, nothing like that at all. It was actually quite easy. That thing was big. It's much bigger than what you saw out there today. I easily fit into it. I was able to give Judd Nelson a few kicks in the back of the head when he would tick me off. So no, it had lots of room.
All right.
And Carol, you said you had a question for somebody? Mary. Oh, Mary. I'm sorry, Mary.
Okay, the firecracker scene with Judd Nelson, was he actually expecting this to hit in his pocket?
Yes, Chuck will be able to tell you more because he's the one that lit it. But he did have, like I said, we had the pyrotechnic guys from Apocalypse Now, and he had a lot of, I don't know if it was leather or if they used asbestos, but he might know more because he was actually doing it.
Actually, thank you, Mary. The question was about the fireworks in Judd's back pocket. Judd was fitted with something called lederhosen, or leather pants, and they did the string of black cat fireworks right in his back pocket and had me light it. And if you watch it real closely, there's a cut. You can see it kind of jump because it was a bit of time between the time I tried to light it and the time it actually got lit. And then it was his thing where he ran out toward camera and spun around, so the firecrackers kind of went everywhere. That was a Judd invention, but those were very, very real firecrackers, very real firecrackers.
Go ahead.
Yeah. How long was the lizard in the pants?
How long did Judd have a lizard in his pants? I think it's going on to this day. You want me to give him your number? Is that the, I mean, it's not for me to answer.
Okay, were you asking how long was the lizard, or how long was it in his pants?
When he woke up in the morning, right?
Right.
Was it an actual lizard?
It was an actual gecko, I believe, and it was. In fact, if you watch the film tonight when you watch it, you'll see him pull up his pant leg, and then they'll cut a second later to him actually pulling up the pant leg for the lizard to run out. So it literally was put in there seconds before, and then he moved it up, and it's when it came out. It was moving. It wasn't in there the whole time.
But we'll give him your best.
You can give my daughter your number and.
Marvin.
Yeah.
Regarding Trellis, was there any backstory? You came out of the trailer and said she was not your wife but your old lady. But how did y'all meet? And what happened after that?
Well, you're talking my biggest regret from the movie, and I have a tough time with this. In my opinion, Glenn was the best person on the film.
She was.
The most talented and the best person. And I was a true asshole.
I don't think so. Sorry, Marvin. You feel that way. Anything else, please? Yes. Yes, sir.
I'll answer privately later. It's not a public question.
So final shot there, or Kenneth racing the deer. Where's that shot?
Oh, outside of Fort Davis is all I know, but anybody else here? Does anybody here actually know the answer? The question is, where was the final shot of Kevin hoisting the beer shot? You got it?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how to get there, but we had on, it was either 2018, one of the fans knew where it was and took me and several other people up there, and you're going towards Fort Davis. It is Fort Davis, and you're overlooking Fort Davis, but you're high on top of this hill that's overlooking it. And it's just one road up there, and then when you get up to the top, it's got like a little circle to where you can go to all the houses that are up there. And then at the time, this was about 6-7 years ago at least, there was empty lots. And so we parked on an empty lot, and then we walked over and looked, and it was the exact same spot. And it's fairly easy to get to if you know where to go.
Kind of like hell. I have another question for anybody in the audience that might know, and probably it's you, Jeff, but I don't know. Does anybody know which town it was that they had the lights on, and after he saluted it, they turned the lights off and it went dark?
That is Fort Davis.
That was it? Was in Fort Davis also? Okay, thank you. I always thought that was San Elizario, but apparently not. It was because I guess you would have gotten light pollution from El Paso. Yeah, okay, thank you. Any more questions? Yes, sir.
So, it may have been asked before, but the scene with the graduation party with cops and split on the table?
Yeah.
Was that ad lib or was that planned?
Yeah, no, that was not planned. That was an actual slip. And if you watch, he stands up and he turns around and looks like, should we cut or what? But yeah, that was a miss.
Yes, once again, Ryan.
I got one more. Jeff?
Yeah.
While you with all these questions, I want to ask you other guys questions.
Sure.
Whatever. Anyway, so Jeff, what did your hat say at the start of the meeting?
Your daughters are here. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The hat actually said, "Mustache rides 5 cents." I'm deadly serious. I wouldn't joke about it when the daughter's here. That's what he said. Please don't let that be the last question.
Well, I think one of your daughters wants to know what that means. Anybody else? Good. To be on our own? How does it feel after 42 years? Actually.
They were shot in 83.
It was shot in 1983. I have 45.
I don't know about a transformation of my life that I didn't go off and become Kevin Costner. I was telling somebody asked a similar question out there at Don Rock today near the end when Ben and his wife were getting, after they had been married, and they were taking photos with us. And it's kind of like the film itself, it's bittersweet. I mean, I've loved coming out here the times I've come. I keep hearing it's 9 times that this has been happening, but I'm not sure if that includes the virtual and all these other things. I think I've made it to 4 or 5, and the fans have really, I don't know, just given me inspiration, and it's been a fun time.
Yeah, yes.
No,
you asked yes.
We're all go ahead, tell you the answer.
Whoa,
Whoa, hang on.
We're good.
Answer the question.
Again, absolutely transformational. Yeah, I stopped what I was doing, ran right to Los Angeles, auditioned for acting schools, got in, had a lovely career in the business, and now I don't, and it was wonderful, and yeah, absolutely transformational.
For me, my life is what inspired Bob Dylan to write, "I was so much older then, I'm younger than that now." Which he never gave me credit for or song credit. I'm not a penny in residuals.
Don't laugh, he's serious. Bonnie, I can only answer that in one way. Look at this.
Yeah.
Look at this. Right? And what are you going to do? Do you think? Yeah, I mean, do you think Alpine would have been on my radar if we hadn't done this film? You know, I mean, we were here when we did it, but I wouldn't have come back. You know, so thank you to you guys. Thank you for I can't speak for everybody, but I think they feel the same. Thank you for your warmth and your hospitality and asking us the questions, because these are things that are locked away in my memory. You know, I was blessed enough to go on and do other films, but none like this. You know, it's never a love like your first love. And so it was absolutely transformational, because I was getting ready to go back to UT to get my prerequisites to go back to medical school, and walked away from that just to do this full time. So it was absolutely transformational.
We're going to go out on that joke, so thank you all very much. Enjoy the movie, and don't forget to tip your waitress.
That's what we call movie magic. All Sam did was lean out and just hit the bottle with his hand, and it went flying out into Neverland, and that's all you see. Is that so? And the next thing is him with the beer bottle in his hand. Yeah. Have you tried it before? Doing, 60 miles an hour or something. We were actually doing about 30 miles an hour when we were doing those kind of stunts. If you did that with a real beer bottle, it would be pretty
That's a great question, by the way. What we did was, Brian's right, it was a rubber beer bottle. And what we did was we cut a hole in the top of the car, and so the camera could get up above Sam, and shot him from two angles. One, him celebrating that he did it, and number two, that him reaching out for it. There was actually a piece of an eye beam between him and the door, just in case the door hit something, it wouldn't crush it. So, yeah, there was a piece of angle iron, an eye beam between the door and him, so it wouldn't close and crush him if he happened to hit something accidentally. But there was a hole cut in the top of the car, and Brian is correct, it was not a real beer bottle, it was rubber.
It was a rear view bottle.
Yes, Carol?
What about the car surfing scene, that he was up on top of the car with the
Sam, you want to come up and answer that?
So, the question was, if you didn't hear, was about the car surfing. Basically what happened was we had something called an insert car, which was a car body on top of a trailer. And from the point of view of the camera, you couldn't see the trailer, you could just see the car. But there was actually a dolly on the trailer that dollied around him, and that moved up and down with a fluid head on it, so that it looked like he was car surfing. He was in fact car surfing, there was something holding him. It was a belt that ran through underneath the roof of the car. And so it was a real stunt, but it wasn't the real car. It was what they call an insert car.
Do you remember how fast he was going?
I think we were between 35 and 45 miles an hour.
That's correct.
What's our timeline, Robert? They're doing the trivia game, so I have absolutely no idea.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Excuse me, everybody. I was asked if we're going to finish the Jeopardy. Okay, tomorrow it is.